we're not buying it, literally. What's up guys, Andrew here on my channel Gear Inc, where I get to share what I'm passionate about with you. To my channel is PC Tech, games, and gear. Before we get into today's topic, remember that if you haven't already, to enter the $100 gift card going on the channel right now. It's down in the description below. There are a lot of different ways to enter, but it's essentially me saying thank you to my community supporters here, and you guys have really made a big difference. We've had tremendous growth this year. My next giveaway is at 12,500 subs. Help me hit that by 2019, guys. And as I said at the beginning of the year, I will continue to take care of those who continue to take care of me. So enter that giveaway if you haven't already. Now, talking about the RTX 2080 Ti and 2080 and 2070. A lot of people have been trying to pre-order this. There's been a lot of controversy as when the GPUs were announced by Jensen, just a couple of weeks ago. He gave us pricing for the Founders Edition, but said that add-in-board partners would be cheaper. Now, they haven't been, and that's largely due to the fact that due to NVIDIA refusing to take back unsold GPUs from the 10 series, a lot of these add-in-board partners had to match the price to make up for some of their own losses, as there was an overproduction of GPUs due to the mining craze and then eventual crash, essentially, where mining is no longer as profitable as it was. So now there's a bunch of GPUs just sitting in stock, at least for the GTX 10 series, I should say. Now for the RTX 2080 Ti, I stumbled across something interesting. Most of those people who pre-ordered have not been able to get them at MSRP, or at least what they should for the add-in-board partners. There is a website that I've used multiple times on this channel called nowinstock.net, where you can look for a bunch of different electronic products, but it has GPUs. And essentially what it does is it filters the main websites, gives you whatever the GPU or whatever it was last in stock, what it went for, what it's currently going for, and then what it should be going for in the future. Looking through this list, I noticed that only one GPU is listed for $999. That is the RTX 2080 Ti from PNY. This is through Amazon, but in going into the website, I wasn't able to see a pre-order for the GPU yet. And then looking through their order history for nowinstock.net, where it shows you when it was last in stock or when they got that price, there's nothing listed there as well. So we might have to take this with a grain of salt, especially when I went to the actual website for PNY and it's listed for the regular 1200, 1250. So it may be that they have their information wrong, because I don't know how nowinstock.net actually filters that information to get that cost. Or it could be they know that Amazon is going to get a voucher to basically release the PNY card for that RTX 2080 Ti at the actual MSRP on release date. So if I were you, if that's the GPU you want, that might be worth it, because honestly, the RTX 2080 Ti, we don't know actual benchmarks yet, but if I was going to buy one of these ridiculously overpriced cards, I would go for that one at that cost, only because the 2080 I don't believe is going to make a big splash. So let's talk about that. In looking at the pre-order list, you can still find the RTX 2080 in stock at multiple websites. Why is that? Well, it's real simple. In the leaked benchmarks that we've got, supposedly, the RTX 2080 outperformed the 1080 Ti. However, the RTX 2080 in that leak was essentially heavily overclocked with the 1080 Ti running at stock settings. What this means, due to also CUDA core counts and even the improved memory bandwidth not necessarily closing the gap in performance, the RTX 2080 at stock settings may not outperform the 1080 Ti. Which, if the case, that means that the basically 1080 Ti is still a better value, even if you buy it brand new. So I think that everyone's kind of having the same thought, at least the people who are in the know, that it makes no sense to buy the RTX 2080 unless it can actually outperform the 1080 Ti for the cost that is currently going on right now. And most of us don't believe that it's going to. I mean, just looking at the spec sheet, the sheer amount of CUDA cores versus the 1080 Ti, even with, again, the increased memory bandwidth, it's not necessarily the most compelling reason to purchase one, even if you could find it for $700, which you can't. So in kind of conclusion with those, with the RTX 2080, I truly believe that it's not going to be a great performer, and it's probably going to be the card that NVIDIA is going to have to find a way to either reduce the cost of or kind of put a spin on to make it more enticing. Because I think that right now there are only two camps for people who are pre-ordering or planning on buying these GPUs. There's the camp of people who might be upgrading from an older GPU and are waiting for maybe the more budget option, the 2070 specifically, or they want to see actual performance before they make the jump because they're running maybe 4 or 5 year old GPUs and they're wanting to upgrade. And then the people who are bought the 10 series, people who bought like the 1070, the 1080, and the 1080 Ti, who know that the 2080 is a bad value, at least from what we can tell. And those are the people who have bought or pre-ordered the 2080 Ti's or are planning on buying it if it goes down to MSRP at $900, $499 because that's what I would do. Either way, guys, I hope that this little piece of information has helped some of you who have been on the fence, and for you guys who are trying to snipe an RTX 2080 Ti at the actual MSRP, I wish you the best of luck. Use nowinstock.net. I'm certainly going to be checking it as well, and hopefully we can see some of these add-in board partner GPUs be listed for the cost they're supposed to. But again, I don't really blame the add-in board partners for that. That's more NVIDIA's doing with them not basically willing to take back any of the unsold stock. So it's, that's an entirely different issue. But anyway, guys, if you like this quick video, let me know by leaving me a quick thumbs up. If you didn't, you can go ahead and leave me a thumbs down. But remember to get subscribed either way and hit that bell icon. As you know, if you leave a comment, I read them all. I'm more than happy to respond to you. You can join our Discord, which is gamers and PC enthusiasts. If you want to hang out and play some games, we have a really thriving community there as well. And as always, guys, thanks to my patrons who give me their actual money to support my channel, and my Twitch subscribers. If you guys do become one of those, either Twitch or Patreon, I put your name at the end of my videos as a way to say thanks. And thanks to everyone who uses my Amazon affiliate link, as that's again another way to support me. So there's a lot of ways to support me, guys, but thanks for watching this video. As always, though, I'm gonna make them whether you watch them or not, but I hope you do, and I hope to see all of you next time here on Gear Dink.